When the restaurant doors swung open, a hush fell over the room. People don't usually stop eating mid-bite, but tonight was different. The woman who entered wasn't just anyone. She was Heiress Arrives, daughter of one of the richest men in the country, known for her beauty, her elegance, and the cold, sharp way she looked at anyone who didn't fit into her elite world. Right now, her gaze was fixed on a young waitress holding a tray with shaking hands, and a little girl in a school uniform hiding behind her apron. Alina's voice cut through the silence like glass. "Why is she serving food here?" The waitress froze. Little girl clutched her sleeve tighter. Before anyone could react, a calm voice rose from a corner table. "She's with me." Every head turned. A man in a simple gray shirt stood up tall, composed and carrying a quiet strength that didn't need wealth to be felt. His eyes were steady, his posture protective. As he stepped closer, Alina's confident mask cracked, just for a second, because she knew him, and she had once broken him. His name was Aiden Cole, single dad, carpenter, a man who worked 2 jobs and still went home with a soft voice and a warm smile just for his daughter Lily. She was 7, bright, sharp, gentle, and the only reason he kept fighting after his world fell apart, especially after Alina. Years ago, they were college sweethearts. He was the scholarship kid. She was the heiress looking for something real. They were inseparable until her father found out. Overnight, Aiden was treated like dirt, called unworthy, cheap, a temporary distraction. Eventually, Lena broke under the pressure and told Aiden she couldn't choose him. She shattered his heart. He walked away and never looked back. What she didn't know was that a month later, he discovered he was going to be a father, not with her. His high school friend Emily, pregnant and abandoned by her boyfriend, had begged him for help. Aiden stepped up. Emily became family. But she died giving birth, leaving him with a tiny, red-faced baby and a grief that forced him to grow up overnight. He became a dad before he became a man. For him, Lily was never a burden. She was his miracle. Tonight, he'd walked into the restaurant with Lily to pick up his sister, meet the waitress, now frozen under Alina's gaze. It was supposed to be a simple evening, a treat for Lily, a break from long days and harder nights. But fate had a wicked sense of humor. Lena's sudden presence felt like ripping open an old wound he thought had healed. "Your sister?" Lena whispered, her eyes darting from Mia to Lily. Aiden moved Lily protectively behind him. "Oh, yes. Is there a problem?" Alina looked shaken, as if she'd rehearsed 1,000 conversations, but not this one. I didn't expect to see you again." A soft laugh escaped Mia. "He didn't expect you either. Believe me, a few customers snickered." Lily, picking up on the tension but not understanding its cause, tugged Aiden's hand. "Daddy, can we go home?" The word daddy hit Alina like a physical blow. Her breath hitched. Her eyes filled with a confusion she hadn't shown since she was 19. She turned to Lily gently. "You're his daughter?" Lily nodded shyly. "Yes, and he's the best daddy in the world." Aiden felt something twist in his chest. Alina closed her eyes, not to hide tears. She was always too controlled for that, but because she suddenly seemed lost. "Can we talk?" she whispered. He didn't know her anything, but for some reason he nodded. They sat in a quiet corner while Lily played with Mia at another table. Alina stared at Aiden, a mix of regret and longing in her eyes. "I heard about your life pieces, rumors. 8. But I never knew you had a daughter." "You had no reason to know," he replied simply. "You must have hated me," she said, her voice trembling. He thought about it. "I did. For a long time. But life makes room for bigger things than anger." Alina swallowed hard. "I wanted to fight for us. But I was scared. My father made me believe you'd drag me down, that I'd destroy him if I stayed with you." "You didn't destroy him," Aiden said quietly. "You just destroyed us." The words stung them both. Alina reached across the table but stopped before her fingers touched his. "Can I ask you something, Aiden? Just once?" He nodded. What if I hadn't let you go? Do you ever think about that life? He looked at her Ellie, looked at her and saw the girl he once loved, buried under the woman molded by wealth and fear. And then he gently shook his head. "No, because that life would mean I wouldn't have Lily, and she's the best part of my world." A single tear escaped before Alina could stop it. "I'm sorry," she whispered. For everything. I forgave you years ago, he said softly. But we're different people now. She looked devastated, but understanding slowly softened her expression. Is it too late to know her? She asked. Not as anything strange. It's just someone who once cared about her father. Aiden studied her carefully, wondering if she wanted redemption or a second chance. He finally said, if Lily likes you, you can be around. But my life isn't a door you can walk in and out of anymore. Alina nodded. I wouldn't want to leave again. Just then, Lily approached, holding a messy scribble of 3 stick figures. This is Daddy Me. And you, she told Alina shyly. Alina blinked hard, the picture shaking in her hands. Aiden expected her to break down. Instead, she smiled. A soft, real smile. For the first time in years. I'd be honored to be in your picture, she whispered. Lily grinned and hugged her leg. Aiden watched silently, something warm and unexpected blooming in his chest. Maybe this wasn't a mistake. Maybe people really could grow. Over the next few months, Alina slowly became part of their lives, not through wealth or force, but through genuine effort. She helped Lily with homework, came to recitals, and laughed with Mia in the kitchen. She apologized to Aiden more than once, but eventually, her actions said more than her words ever could. And Aiden. He found himself smiling more, trusting more, letting go of the old hurt. One evening, as Lily fell asleep on the couch between them, Alina whispered, Aiden, do you think people get second chances? He looked at her, brushing a curl from Lily's forehead. Only if they earn them, and have I. He took a slow breath. Then he placed his hand over hers. You're getting there? Her eyes glowed, not with wealth or status, but with hope. Pure human hope. By the end of that year, the town no longer saw the cold billionaire heiress or the broken scholarship kid. They saw a family odd, fragile and healing, but real. Lily would proudly say to anyone who asked, she's with us, and Aiden, with a quiet smile, would correct her gently. She's with me, but this time he meant it in the best way possible. Not as protection, not as rejection, but as a promise. A new beginning. A love healed by time, softened by forgiveness, and strengthened by a little girl who believed everyone deserved a place to belong.